Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Stanley Parable. As you guys always know, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and to share to all your friends. And a thought. So, please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. Okay. There we go. No way, barely. Like this, probably. No, until the dog and cat are friends. I guess this is enough. Until the number 5 is the number 9. This is 9 technically. But I guess they mean this. Until you stop just... Okay, this. Which of the two made up words below is most appealing? Okuboinkle and Scrumptish. This. Please don't adjust the slider. Okay. Do you know what time it is right now? Yes. Is the time that it is right now the correct time? Yes. What is time anyway? No. Is there anything about yourself that you haven't told me? Yes. Help? No. Will you come back to visit me? Probably yes. Okay, let's begin. So...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So note that there's new content, but I would like to do something first.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So, I probably think you guys know this already.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
This ending.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Shut up. Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay. Now, if you guys know, in the control room, well, not the control room, the TV, the room with the TVs, all the screens and such, you could, in the original game, but also in this, you could fall off the ledge, basically. No, in the original there is no ending, but in this one there's an ending. I know that there's the ending with the bucket, which we'll grab today, but I don't know if there's an ending without the bucket.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
Oh, no.
2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
2845.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Okay, let's go there.
Descending deeper into the building,
Yada.
Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest,
Ooh,
as though he
yes.
felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
Really?
Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Oh, great. Finally.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
We will go over here one day. Not today, probably. Maybe. I don't know. So, okay. Yes. Yes.
Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Welcome! You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours. So
Okay.
here you go. New content.
Ooh.
You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates.
Sure.
Isn't that what you crave? New content?
Yeah.
Always more content, more content, more.
Calm down, you.
And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game with secrets and Easter eggs.
Oh, great.
How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section.
Ooh.
You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special
Okay,
you are.
let me hear it.
We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
This sarcasm.
Good job, you did it. Good job. 3, 2, 1.
Good job. You made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. You jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful. It used to be a bug, but now it's an ending. And I believe in you, believe in your ability to cross this barrier. Chase your dreams, really don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. 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 Oh yeah, I like this song. I like this song.
All of his
Okay,
co-workers were gone.
time for new
What do you mean?
content.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, let's get.
Oh, good. You noticed my
Yep,
sign.
I did.
Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Show me everything. Show me what you got, narrator. Okay. New content.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be.
Yeah.
The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Ooh, allons-y. The end is never the end again.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a
Hey,
fully
the
fledged
sequel.
sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Yeah, truly. Oh, thank you.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think?
And ironic.
Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there.
Oh yeah, totally.
It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Okay. There we go, the main lobby.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Exclusive, the button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. That's new. Oh, really? Oh my goodness.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really
Too
want?
big, too small.
And of course,
That's right.
first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience
I'm
of this
Jim.
feature.
My name is Jim.
Just play along. I promise you'll love it.
Yes, my name is
Okay,
Jim.
here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
Hello, I'm Jim.
I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble.
Jim.
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory.
Sorry.
If you don't properly roleplay
Sorry.
as Jim,
I'm
then you'll
sorry.
never understand the impact
Okay, I'm
of this
sorry.
button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody
I'm
else's name.
sorry.
Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first.
Okay.
Now, allow yourself to become Jim. Imagine yourself driving to work as Jim, playing frisbee on the weekends as Jim, staying up all night for a popcorn and horror movie sleepover as Jim, developing a crippling substance addiction as Jim, rediscovering yourself through fringe religious groups as Jim, and finally, dying a slow death at an old age, surrounded by members of your cult as Jim.
Okay.
Do you feel it in your soul? Are you really, truly Jim right now?
Yes.
If so, then please step forward and press the button.
My name is Jim.
Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush!
What a
That was
thrill.
you! The button described you. Do it again. Do it again.
Okay. Hello, my name is Jim, and I am part of a cult.
It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth
Oh
the
yeah,
money.
totally.
Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation. Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim. I'm putting the Jim button
No.
away. Otherwise,
No.
soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
I'm Jim. I'm Jim. Fuck you, narrator. My name is Jim. I am Jim. You made me become Jim. Okay, let's keep going. So, what's next?
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it would go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Yeah, sorry. You were saying something. The baby's all grown up. Oh, wow. Okay. Infinite hole, jump circle. Okay. Oh, jump circle.
You know what, Stanley? I actually think the jump circle was a pretty good idea. I'd like to hang on to that for the sequel.
Oh, I get. Even the hole, it won't end. 3 new plus 8 achievement. I can't believe it's that simple. Get it here. Hello? It just works. Oh yeah, like Bethesda.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it... Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley.
Sure.
But I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Yeah, it will not happen. Oh well. Let's keep going. So let's go to the collectibles, I guess.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Can you find them? I hope I can.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all
Great.
of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Oh. Okay, that's cool. Oh. Okay.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
There's no screenshots.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Happy 12.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
Fuck you.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Okay, now really, if it's whole, we'll go to a bucket for lost.
Come now, you've already made your choice. It's true that you chose badly, but we all have to move on from our mistakes.
Shut up. Okay, let's go to the hole, I guess. Running area, rim, Dave Infinite. Just keeps going.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games. You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
No. Not yet, at least.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
No. I want to fall down forever and never end this video.
Okay, Stanley. I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite
Oh, really?
hole.
Oh, really?
Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely?
Me.
I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite?
Fine.
If that works for you,
Yeah,
then
fine.
go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Okay, time for the bucket. Maybe the pillow. I don't know. Let's go to the bucket first. Ooh, music. Ooh, it sounds like, you know, the Donut theme. Okay, now where is the bucket? Hola. The reassurance bucket. The base. I love the bucket.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket.
Oh yes.
You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
The bucket.
Can you feel it? The
Yes.
glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma
thank
as well?
you.
I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive
Ooh,
as a person.
thank you, narrator.
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they?
Oh yeah, totally.
All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Okay, I guess.
Does anyone give out awards for most
Pillow?
enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
The epilogue now. If I go up here. What is this? Also infinite hole for achievement setting world champion. Oh, I'm curious. Oh fuck you. Okay, oh yeah, that's new. Okay. Let's go here. No. Okay, let's find the exit then. There we go, exit. Oh no, behind, yeah. Okay. Exit jump circle. Okay.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to?
Yeah.
Ready to move on now?
Yes. I got my bucket. I'm happy.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features?
Yeah,
Yes,
kind
I
of
know
do.
it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work.
Oh yeah, totally.
There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Okay.
I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind.
Epilogue.
Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay. Yes, this is much better. I feel good about this.
Let's see.
Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game.
Okay, I like that.
Would it possibly work?
Probably.
I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Okay, the Stanley Parable 2 with a never-ending corridor and a calming music. Let's begin the game, not the name.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a message. Stanley picked up the bucket.
Yes. More comfortable. So, what to do with a bucket? Probably an ending? I know which ending to do.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
We all know which ending to do.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy.
No.
It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the
No.
bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here.
It's mine.
Supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies.
No.
Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong.
Yes.
This is your bucket.
My bucket.
This is your companion.
Mine.
And lifelong friend.
Mine.
You can't hand it over. Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends?
What?
That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient?
That's not true.
That your life is so banal and meaningless
That's not
that
true.
you feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it.
My bucket.
Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments.
Shut the
Expand
fuck
on
up,
the wide variety of
you broom
experiences
closet.
you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
I love the bucket. Shut the fuck up, broom closet. Shut the fuck up.
Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go.
Yes.
There. Now it's settled.
See?
No
It's
more
mine.
debate, no more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things. All right, I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see, I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket. That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, ah, it's a bucket. There really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker.
Okay, never mind. Let's do... I guess this...
You know what? I could take the name-calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us a silent treatment. And to be coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Okay, let's do the same ending as of the start of the video.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along?
Oh yeah. Oh.
Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Certainly. Sounds fake.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
I hope so.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Okay.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Goodbye, Crew Wars!
But just as Stanley was about to proceed further into the mind control facility, he tripped and fell over the railing and into the dark void below. Thankfully, he fell directly onto the bucket, which safely cushioned his fall.
Thank you, bucket.
Now, what to do next? Stanley wondered. Stanley and the bucket could find no way out of this enormous pit, and so eventually they decided that the best thing to do would be to simply get comfortable down here.
Great.
So they set up a little couch and relaxed. It really wasn't so bad down here, a bit cold perhaps.
Oh well.
After some time had gone by, they installed a few shelves as well, and a sort of kitchenette that was useful for when the bucket was craving paninis.
Oh, nice.
But it wasn't until the rugs and the standing lamps came in that it really started to feel like a home. In fact, after some time, Stanley realized that it had been ages since he had even thought of the mind control facility at all. He'd never gotten to fully explore what was up there, never been able to unearth the many mysteries of the mind control facility. This lack of closure began to eat at him. Soon he was dwelling on his regrets, and the state of their home slowly decayed as Stanley became withdrawn and neglected the cleaning. It unsettled the bucket deeply. Stanley wasn't usually like this. The bucket tried to reach out to him again and again, but to no avail. All Stanley could think about, all he could talk about, was going back, doing it over again, staying on the path. It was a mistake to leave the path. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. I need to do what the narrator says. I need to see the true ending. This made no sense at all to the bucket, which was simply trying to live its life down here as comfortably as possible. Yet Stanley was unconsolable.
No, bucket.
This isn't an ending. This is just a hole in the ground. The bucket sighed. True, it wasn't an ending. But it's where we happen to be. And maybe, possibly, if we accept the reality of things, maybe this will become an ending eventually.
Eventually.
It's what the bucket was counting on. The two of them waited for a very long time.
And they died.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Okay.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed it. Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
There we go. Like always
Stanley
here.
clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Not any... God. Okay, not entering any doors. But like always, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and to share to all your friends. And it out. And with the bucket out as well. Bye-bye.